Alright guys, part 3 I want to cover dungeons, elite dungeons in particular. For any of you guys that don't know, like these elite dungeons, of course you can get the rewards for them one time a day. You do 5 of them, you get this little bonus down here, the elite dungeon reward box. Definitely worth getting every day. What you want to do, you guys want to really maximize your hot time. One time a day you're going to get it for free. They're going to give you 30 minutes. So for the very first time you enter an elite dungeon, you're going to get that 30-minute timer right underneath your minimap. It says hot time. So what you're going to want to do is you're not going to want to log into your elite. Don't, especially if you're a free-to-play player and you're trying to maximize your gains and level gains for the day. You want to finish all your weekly quests, your daily quests. Try to do as much of that as possible. Your daily quest, those 12, you can finish those in here also. But like I said, you want to maximize that hot time. So what you're going to want to do is in your normal daily grind, level grind, if you're just playing and you're at a hot time and you're at a quest and you're just grinding levels, do some exploring. Go around in the different elite dungeons that you can get to and reach, and try to find an area where you can survive without burning a lot of health pots and all that, where you're getting decent XP, because that's going to tell you where your hot time XP is going to be. I mean, during my hot time I don't get experience points anymore, but I don't get like the other rewards. But during your hot time you're going to get a bonus. It's going to give you 8 times experience and 4 times items drop during that time. So you're going to get a shit ton of stuff, but you want to use it right. Your best bet is to pair up with somebody that's higher level than you. They can bring you to a higher level monster and sit there and just slay them. Whoever the lower player is, it's your job to run around and grab the spawn and bring it to the person tanking for you. I mean, they're doing all the damage for you and helping you out and spending their personal time, to help you out. So, make it easier on them. So, like, say if I'm over here in this dungeon and I'm sitting here tanking, your job is simply to run around and get all those little red dots and bring them to me so I can just grind them down. What that's going to do is that's going to help me kill them a lot faster. And, I mean, you're going to have to run around anyway to stay alive, because most of this shit's going to eat you. But I'm going to kill them a lot faster. And the whole time over here on the left side of your screen, it's going to look like you're sitting at a fire, because it's going to just be XP going up, 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 up every time I kill something. So do that. Work with people in pairs. Look and see who's online before you burn your hot time. Try not to waste that shit. It's pretty valuable. And when you go to buying it, it gets expensive real quick. I mean, you can go up to a max per day. 90 minutes per day is your maximum. So make use of that. Also in here, same thing as would use your minimap. I mean, when you open up your minimap, if you got a player that's in our alliance, it'll show up as a green dot somewhere on that map. If they're in your party, there'll be a blue dot. So if you're trying to find somebody, hey, meet me at whatever, you can either find the monster on the list and click and go to it, or you can open your minimap and see when you click the monster, it'll actually show you where each one's at by a red dot. But if you're trying to find a teammate, look for a green or a blue if they're in party. And that'll help you out. You can see all this shit going on. One thing that'll help you out is when you're getting so many items, if you don't have your backpack maxed out, and even if you do, which I recommend doing that, down here at the bottom underneath all my items, you'll see that 187 out of 300. That's you can upgrade that to a maximum of 300. That'll let you hold more items. I recommend it. It's worth the diamonds to not have to clear your backpack every 5 minutes. But one thing I do when I'm doing it is if you click bulk sell, you've got an automatic filter here. And when you got your filter, I don't sell any of my jewelry. I use all that to upgrade. So I've got it set for weapons, armor, and soul crystals. And you just hit apply. And then as you get those items, you can sell them while you're running around or whatever. You don't have to sit here and click each individual one, and you can change those filter settings to C grade or whatever. You can take off the armor if you need the armor to upgrade shit or whatever, whatever you want to do. You can set it how you want. But I think that'll help you out a little bit. Let's Let's see, what else? That's pretty much it as far as dungeons go, I guess. I mean, you want to try to find something. If you're not finding red starstone and proof of blood, that means you need to move up to a harder monster. You're not killing one hard enough. I've noticed if I go to a lower dungeon, things that used to give me starstone don't give it to me anymore. So you're gonna get more from the harder shit. And I don't know. Like I said, the biggest thing is, if I was you, I would maximize that hot time every day when you're in between levels. So you've done all your daily quests and you've finished everything you can do, and you need 2 or 3 more levels to do story. That's where that hot time comes in. It's going to give you that extra XP. But if you're just killing a little crappy monster that's giving you 1 or 200, you're really wasting your time. I can bring you in here if you can reach Kruma 3. And you can literally gain in party, and in party it's split. If you were killing them solo without a party, I'd be getting roughly 8,000 experience per kill. But even in party with me, you're gonna get 4,000, right at around 4,000, 5,000, something like that. So you're gonna get a shit ton on top of the extra bonus items, on top of the extra XP. You know, you're getting all kind of shit. You can see the items and shit rolling up on my screen. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I'll just sit here in hot time and continue to bulk sell, and that's one way that I make a lot of Adina. And like I said, the soul crystals aren't worth it unless you got the little junky ones. So I sell all the A, or the C grade and the B grade. That gives me extra Adina. You can also sell any of this other shit, proof of blood, starstone. I mean, there's all kind of stuff. When you start getting extras, you can sell it, because you can only donate a max of 1,250 proof of blood a day, and I think 600 starstone is the maximum. After that, it costs you gems to be able to reset and donate more. For the people that were asking about the horn flutes, the best way to get those, like I said, is the summoning circles. You do your summoning circles every day. If you got the extra clan coins, you can buy, I think, 2 a day or weekly or some shit. And that's where these come from. That's where you get the horn flutes. To get a horn flute, you need you need 10 summoning stones to make a horn flute. You only need to make each horn flute once. And then it takes 100 fragments to make each summoning stone. So you'll have to get 1,000 fragments. Well, technically 1,100. 1,000 fragments to make the horn flute, and then another 100 for a summoning stone to better get the new mount. As far as mounts, I didn't talk about mounts, but let's go through that. When it comes to mounts, you typically want to level everything. You're gonna have one main mount that you're using. You're gonna start out with the bear, of course. Get him armored out. You know, kind of get him a base set. But once you get him armored out and everything, you know, you don't want to jump to your new mount right away until you get it armored up to a point to where it supersedes the one that you're riding. So until your Silver Saint gets to a high enough level, armor-wise and level-wise, to take over your bear, you know, you're going to want to keep riding your bear. But once you get everything going, you'll see that you get 30% of the unused mount stats. So basically, on the Silver Saint, I'm getting 30% of all these stats added to me. And the same thing with the bear. With the Calcurin, which I'm riding now, the one that I have actually selected, you get 100% of the stats of that. So it's going to be important to level everything up. How do I drop that? Yeah. So, yeah. Make sure you level that up, but make sure, like I said, you keep these armored. What I've been doing is, as I find more S-grade armor, once I figured all that shit out, I've been going back to these mounts and adding their S-grade armor. But I've been mainly focusing on leveling up these pieces. And once I get them leveled up, you know, to max, then I'll start working on my Silver Saint to max, my Black Bear to max, you know, and keep going. But you can see they're all A-grade, so I've been continually working them. You want to keep working them all as you get stuff to do it. It's pretty expensive when you go to upgrade their equipment, though. It's like 200K to get this piece to SR. Let's see, Elixir. We didn't talk about Elixir. Elixir is important too. You want to get these up. In my opinion, the most important would be your attack, your defense, and your HP. So work those accordingly. Keep them going. We talked about skills. Let's see. I don't know what else. If anybody else has got any questions, you're more than welcome to shoot me a text or PM. Let me figure it out. As far as this here, the trading post, if you're like one short an item, I mean, they got items here, and of course it's going to cost you blue diamonds, but you can buy scrolls and whatnot. You can buy scrolls, summoning stones, you know, whatever people got for sale. If you need it, you can purchase it. As far as selling items, you can only sell items that are blue diamond items. When it comes to weapons and armor, you can only sell S grade and above, so you'll have to upgrade that. In order to do that, you have to level those items with only blue diamond material. So say you're in your backpack and let's see, do I have any blue diamond? Yes, blue diamond. Okay, when you forge these up, you can only forge it with a blue diamond item, and we'll forge it with that 700. Boom, just to show you, and it stays blue diamond. Now if I take this same item and I forge it with a non-blue diamond item, it's going to take the blue diamond off. So you can see there, the blue diamond is gone. So if you want to be a free-to-play player and you want to be able to make blue diamonds, my best suggestion is just take your time and level these up with the blue diamond items. Save your blue diamond items and only level up blue diamond items with blue diamond items. And then once you get to S grade, you can click here and you can come to your trading post and click sell, and it'll allow you to sell those items. Now these other items in here you can sell. You want to try to price your items into the lower category limit of what's on the trading post if you want to sell them fast. But you can make some blue diamonds this way. You can see they're not worth very much. I go to sell these scrolls sell pretty good. I don't want to sell my scrolls, but you know, if you go to here, you list to sell, you can hit the back button and change the price and sell it for say 2. You can go about the mid-range. It'll tell you 2. You got a max restriction of 4. You don't want to sell it the highest because nobody's gonna buy your shit. They're gonna buy all the cheap ones. You know what I mean? So try to stay about the mid-range, but you can make some diamonds that way. And if you're farming out in the field a lot, iWrath will tell you you're gonna get quite a few of these things and other things, and that you'll be able to sell. So that's one thing that may be able to help you out, because blue diamonds can be used for anything. Let's see, arena, we talked about that. The open siege, it's available usually like once a day, I think. So be on the lookout for that. We try to get in party for it. It's a 30 versus 30, pretty much free for all. We don't talk about it a lot, but the main objective here is you've got these 2 symbols in the middle. You've got the altar wind and the altar earth, and depending on whatever color you are, you're going to spawn close to one of them. Your main goal when you first come out of the gate, when the timer runs out, you're going to run out of the top gate or the bottom gate, go to the altar that's on your side. You want to imprint that altar, and that's going to last for 3 minutes. Once that altar's imprinted, there's 2 options. Either one, you're going to go to their altar and try to beat them off of it, but the first time that you imprint, it's going to be difficult to do that. My suggestion is, whatever team you're playing with, you're going to try to imprint your altar, and then you're going to select an enemy defense tower, whether it be the top or the bottom, and focus on that. Just keep in mind that the altar that you imprinted only lasts 3 minutes. So after 3 minutes, you got to go back, re-imprint your altar, try to fight for their altar, and then go back to the same side that you were working on it and try to kill those towers. You want to get inside and try to get to their artifact. Once you get to their holy artifact, you want to imprint it, and that's how you win. It's hard because sometimes you got a lot of AFK people and shit, but that's basically the idea behind it. As far as Fortress Siege, I'm trying to get us a fortress. We have to bid on it. It costs our clan Adina in order to be able to bid, and you have to get a winning bid to get it. So I don't know. We're trying, but we hadn't got it yet. If we do get it, everybody's gonna get like a cool little title, and it should give you a nice little CP bonus as long as we keep the fortress. Whether or not it's worth it right now, or whether we should focus on keeping our clan level going, I don't know yet, but we're gonna try one and find out what it is. War tab. If we happen to be in war, or if we're at war, you can go to relations. This works for alliances and hostile people. If you go to the alliance tab, when Lol, Leezy, ZZ, Lozzy, Lolly Loopsy, whatever the fuck they're called, when they're having a clan hall fireplace, you can go over here and click enter clan hall and go to their clan hall and participate in the fire. That's extra XP, plus they get a higher bonus for more people. Make sure you're collecting and greeting all your members. That gives you more, like I say, more clan points. More clan points, the more shit you get to buy. Clan shop, boom, boom, boom. Buy your stuff. Get whatever you want, man. All this stuff can be useful. The daily limit on the summoning stone fragment boxes, that's going to give you extra for the free-to-play players. This place is like your godsend. You better get extra weapon stones, armor stones, summoning boxes. Soul crystals to me aren't really worth it. They're only B to S. We can farm better than that real easy, so I would rather use my points on my runes or the experience points. The varnish boxes can be good too. One thing I didn't cover when I was talking about the varnish boxes, and if you want my opinion, I would get the accessory every time. Always get accessory. You're gonna get a shit ton of weapon drops. You're gonna get a shit ton of armor drops. You're gonna get very few accessory drops. So my suggestion is all the the varnish boxes, selection boxes, always get the accessory, because those are going to be the hardest ones to level up. And other than that, man, I really don't know what else to cover. So if y'all got any ideas or anything y'all want to know, y'all please let me know, and I'll try to cover it and try to explain it as best I can.